I forgot the screws. What a dumb mistake. Hey guys, welcome back to Johnny Boy's Garage. This week we're going to be working on tearing down the exterior components of my 99 Mustang. We're going to be taking the side scoops, the hood, tail lights, stuff like that off. So with that, let's get to work. So we're going to go ahead and get started on pulling the side scoops. Now, if you have your interior stripped, there is an access panel back inside the cab to release the clips. But all you have to do to release them is you get a trim tool, you get up behind it, and they do start to release. My luck, I'm going to break it. One. I sure did. I think we could save that. That was violent. All right, we're back. Let's try not to break this one. There goes one. Two. 3. 4. 5. And one broke. That should stay in place pretty well, even without that clip. So we're going to start by pulling the hood up here. It's always nice to have two hands when you're pulling a hood. If you don't have a buddy, you can use a prop rod. It just keeps it held in place when you're removing all these bolts. Well, all 4 of them. That's one side. Oh, don't. Ground straps will always get you. Of course not. That's a wee bit closer. That hood latch. Hood's off. Here in a couple of days we'll start prepping the engine for being pulled. Let's get back to getting the rest of this stuff off the interior that I want. I'm going to go ahead and remove these wiper arms. These ones hug the windshield better than the red cars do. These are real easy to remove. You lift up, there's a little tab you pull back on. Sometimes you need a little screwdriver. It pulls back, give it a wiggle, and it comes and lifts off. I'm going to go ahead and take this cowl off. I want to see if I can make this sit a little bit better on the other car. Clicky. I bought this setup off of eBay for like 30 bucks. It was a lot better than, you know, a big old hole in the thing, but it never fit too well. Woo. Get this side off. She don't want to play too nice. This clip's being a little bit more of a pain. That's annoying. There we go. Pull this off. There's that one. Go ahead and pull this one while we're at it. There we go. Hey guys, so today we're going to start draining the coolant, pulling the radiator hoses, getting the engine ready for removal. We're going to get it up on jack stands and prep the transmission for removal. So with that said, let's get to work and I'll see you guys at the car. So I have a drain pan underneath, so I'm going to go ahead and start draining the coolant. See if I can reach this like I did. She sure was a good car, but when I pull off the rear bumper, you'll see a portion of why I decided I shouldn't drive this thing anymore. Alright, she's draining nice and good. Looks like some 8s. Popping these radiator hoses free. Oh no, I already spilled some. Trying to be so precise. Some rusty looking coolant for being fresh. Go ahead and get these clips out. And then we'll start removing the radiator. Out. See if we can pop this one free. Aggressive. Just gonna set the hot rod up here for right now. That'll wind up going back in because I'm gonna reinstall the hood before it goes away. Need to invest in a heater for this place. It is chilly. Wow, that one's in there. Cross-threaded I did. Or not. Should be nice. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to set up a little work tray before I continue filming because I'm doing a lot of back and forth. Alright, so we're back, guys. So we're popping the radiator hoses. cars just don't want to come apart.
Wow.
There we go. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and get our transmission lines free. I'm going to make sure that mug didn't leak. Wow. Welcome back, guys. We're going to get back to work on prepping the engine to get removed. We're going to finish the tear down on the exterior, and we're going to get it up on jack stands and get the transmission ready to be pulled, and we'll go from there. See you guys at the car. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead, get this last transmission line disconnected.
Living life a quarter inch at a time.
Living life a quarter inch at a time.
Spinning is winning.
Spinning is winning. Can't believe how brutally cold it got this week here in Colorado. It's a high of 10 today. Got two little space heaters running in the background. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. Need to invest into one of those fancy torpedo heaters. Have this place at like 90 degrees in 10 minutes. There comes the transmission fluid. There comes the transmission fluid. I wasn't playing no games, I put this hose clamp on. I wasn't playing no games, I put this hose clamp on. It is chilly in here. Helps if I put a socket on that, I guess. Air intake's out. This over here is your main harness connector for your engine. So that one's loose. I believe this is your transmission harness. I think this is O2 sensor harness. I think this is O2 sensor harness. Vacuum line. Vacuum line. Need a pair of pliers for that. That can stay. There is a ground wire down here that runs from the engine to the fender as your engine ground. I got to disconnect vacuum line for the brake booster, and then I'm going to drain the power steering system. I'm going to disconnect the return line and the feed line, the pressure line. I'll be right back. Power just went out. Alright, we're back. Apparently I can't run 2 space heaters. My hopes and dreams have been destroyed by that. So, for your lines on your power steering pump, your pressure side is on the side of it and your return's on the rear. Ugh. Well, that's new. She's off though. I've never seen it come apart that way. I think it's safe to say that thing's probably toasty. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Let me see. How the power steering pump came apart. Never seen it separate there. Pretty sure we won't be using that one. That's clear. That's gonna stay. Get the AC line separated. I went ahead and had that vacuum before I parked her up, so it's been drained. Need to get my heater core lines free. Go ahead and get that. And the AC line. This is a relatively new compressor, so I'm going to plug this off. Probably 6 months old. Now normally if I planned on like just replacing the motor and putting it back together, I would pull the AC compressor off to the side. But since this motor is getting put on a stand and it's going to hang out for a while, I'm going to plug this off because it is a transferable part. Yep. Of course, y'all are 2 different sizes. engine mounts. Just getting these core lines disconnected. The heater core, I can't say means too much to me at the moment, but I'm going to try not to damage it. Can't imagine anybody would ever put a used heater core in their vehicle. That's a lot of work to put in a used part. I know this thing had a coolant leak from somewhere. I never did figure out where it was leaking. With the exception of a few plugs, go ahead and get those separated. You don't come free. Helps fuse the clip in the right direction. Alright. That's free. So we're going to go ahead and remove the mirror. And there's two Phillips that hold this Mach Audio tweeter adapter in place. These screw right out. Then you got three 11mm nuts that'll hold on the mirror, and you've got an electrical clip right here for it. I'm gonna wind up doing the same on the other side, just off camera. Save you guys a little bit of time. Let's get this free. Whoop. You guys almost took a tumble. Give her the wiggle. She comes free. Feed that on through. Your mirror's off. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the other side, and I will see you guys in the back of the car. We're gonna remove the tail lights. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna remove the tail lights. These are aftermarket, so there is gonna be an extra piece in here, but the wiring harness is essentially the same. I'm gonna grab a trim tool. I'll be right back, and we're gonna pull this out. I don't know if I hit you guys or not, but it didn't sound very friendly. For that, I apologize. And because I'm going to be removing the rear bumper, I'm just popping the clips. I'm going to take this whole panel out. There's some clips along where your trunk latch is, the plastic piece. Oh man, that rust hole got large. So for your tail light, there is 4 11 millimeters. There's one here, 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 and I think I'm missing one. I know there's 4. There's one way back up in here. I showed how to remove these in my fuel pump video. So you got one right here, here, this just comes unclipped. That's just an LED resistor box. This just plugs into your standard the OEM plug. Oh man, she don't want to come out. Slide out. I'm gonna push the rubber through. She comes through. I'm gonna try to do this without breaking this. That's off. Dunk my head. I'm gonna knock out the other side and I'll catch you guys up front. We're gonna get that radiator out because I completely spaced it, and we will go from there. So to remove the third brake light, you've got the plug here, which press down, that releases. This is aftermarket. These are 11s. One down. Yeah, I tried to knock you guys out. So your trunk light is actually part of that same harness. Come to find out, I didn't actually have to unplug all that. But you guys get the point. And I will catch you guys up front. So we already got everything disconnected from the radiator. The only thing still holding it in is these 2 little support brackets, held in by 2 8mm screws. I don't plan on keeping the radiator. You do the drippy McDrips. Oh, this coolant doesn't look nearly as good as it used to. is now out of the way. That'll be everything for up top in terms of what's going to be in the way when we go to pull the motor. There is a nut down there that holds a little metal bracket that holds the transmission lines in place if you have an automatic. So you want to make sure you get that disconnected so your transmission lines aren't being drug up when you pull it. So I'm going to roll the car back and we're going to get her up on jack stands and I'll catch you then. So we're going to go ahead and remove the rail and sail panels. To do that, we've got 11mm bolts here, 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 and right there. We've got an 8mm bolt right there. And then you have a bunch of T20s along this rail. And underneath of that are some Phillips that have to be removed. And then this comes apart. It'll all come off at once. So let's get to that. And I will catch you guys from there. So all the nuts are off of this. So that's free. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get the 8mm up here and get all these Torx and Phillips out. Pretty short screw in here. Out. After you get all these Torx out, there's a bunch of double-sided sticky tape on this. And then you got one clip up in here that also helps hold it up. I plan on repainting these sail panels. She's out. And these are clipped in up here. No. I forgot the screws. What a dumb mistake. Hopefully that's savable. Probably try to plastic weld the back side of that. How bad was that? Alright, I'm gonna get her up on jack stands and I will catch you guys in a little bit. So today we got everything prepped to pull the engine. We tore down the rest of the exterior for the parts that I wanted. We got her up on jack stands. Should be more than enough room to clear the transmission when we drop it. If y'all have made it to this point in the video, I appreciate y'all watching. And we'll get back to it tomorrow. We'll have the transmission ready to drop. We'll have the drive shaft out. And we'll go from there.